Welcome to the ultimate PlayStation gaming setup. The goal here was simple, a functional but good-looking setup filled with everything you need for gaming on this dynasty of systems. Whether you wanted to go back and play an old favorite on the PS2 or enjoy the latest releases on PS4 in 4K, and the place to start is the right piece of furniture. To date, there's 4 major iterations of the PlayStation, along with the portable console spin-off PlayStation TV. So this entertainment console is perfect for fitting all 5 and showcasing them. With this, you'll be able to play just about any game ever released on a Sony system, with a PS1, PS2, PS3, the brand new PS4 Pro, and the PlayStation TV for playing any PS Vita games or any PSP games that are available digitally. Now, simply setting up the systems in each little nook is pretty easy, but doesn't quite do them justice, especially at nighttime. You gotta do something to really make them pop out. That's why we rigged up some hue strips to give a nice dispersed glow of light on each system. This did take a bit of troubleshooting, and if you want to do something like this, choose your light source carefully. The wrong kind can create a spotlight effect on your system, which doesn't light up the whole thing very well and can get pretty distracting. Gaming systems aren't enough to complete this setup though. There are some accessories we're going to need as well. First, of course, is the #1 necessity for playing games online with friends or just for playing late into the night without making a ton of noise, a headset. So we've grabbed the PlayStation Gold wireless headset and set it up on a little headphone hook right next to the TV. Meanwhile, on the other side of our TV is a very different kind of headset, the PSVR. Sadly, VR isn't exactly a clean, wire-free tech yet, so instead of having a mess of cables always plugged in, we've opted to get a stand specifically for showcasing and holding the headset when it's not in use, along with giving us a nice place to store a pair of Move controllers and a single DualShock 4. Now, everything here has been a little too functional and tech-heavy. We gotta accent with something that's got a bit more life to it, and that's where Tiny Nathan Drake comes in. Now, of course, none of this works without the very important centerpiece to the whole setup, the TV. And to take full advantage of the PS4 Pro, we've gone with this Sony 43-inch 4K HDR TV. It's the perfect size for this setup, big enough to give you a clear and large image for gaming, but a small enough size with a minimal frame to fit perfectly without crowding things up. We've also added a soundbar to the front. This particular one fits our needs perfectly as it projects sound forward while lying completely flat in front of the TV and helps to hide a lot of cabling going on in the back. I will say, setting up a PS4 Pro with an HDR TV is not quite as simple as I'd hope, though this problem is more rooted in the TV than the system. Different companies have different names for HDR, and chances are if your TV has an HDR mode, it is not enabled by default, so you're going to need to do some menu surfing to find it. Don't let your PS4 scare you with output info like your TV does not support HDR. If you know you have an HDR TV, then chances are you just haven't found the right option yet. And you know, it's one thing to hear on paper all the terms that have quickly become buzzspeak in gaming the past few years. 4K this, HDR that, but to actually sit down and enjoy a game with the right TV and setup, I gotta say it does make a big difference. It varies by game, but the crispness of 4K, or at least near 4K resolution, with the color depth offered by HDR, makes for a living room gaming experience that is quite simply amazing. Especially in games with a focus on color and aesthetics like The Witness, which is gorgeous on an HDR-enabled TV, making the world even more surreal. A good night of gaming deserves an awesome setup to play on, and it's important to balance out function with great-looking design to keep things looking clean, so you can just kick back and play in perfect relaxation.